Nicole is a pretty annoying character that stands between you and the rest of the cunning hares. So here's how we beat the game with her. The best way to describe Nicole's gimmick is that she gets all of her relics from wish.com. Every single relic that appears in Nicole's shop is tweaked slightly from the normal variant to make it a little bit worse, usually with some kind of negative effect. To balance this though, the cost of these relics are crazy cheap. The companions thankfully remain untouched, but they aren't discounted. In regards to the rest of her kit, she does have a +5 gold cost to shop refreshes, and that's to balance this next part of her kit, in which she gets 1 luck and 1 income for every refresh. This value, however, is increased based on the cost of the refresh, and I'm not exactly sure what the conversion rate is, but it seems fairly generous. My 25 gold refreshes, for example, were giving me 10 to 11 luck and income, while my 8 to 10 gold refreshes were giving me about 4 to 5. So before I break down my recommendations on playing Nicole, I'm going to give you the one piece of advice that works for every single character right now, and that's simply to pick up the Chef's Hat relic. It's the most broken item in the game and makes pretty much every character unkillable. Even in its shitfied state due to Nicole's passive, it's still a god tier item that will carry your sustain. Right, so barring that, with Nicole, the trick is to understanding what relics are worth getting, as the majority of them are just garbage. In your early and mid game, you really should just be focusing on spending your gold to build up your brigade to help you clear the map. Getting a few good fusions will carry you through your run, but while doing so, these are going to be some of the relics that I think are worth picking up if you see them. Okay, so the first category of items I'm going to refer to as permanent upgrades. These are items that continue to work for you after you purchase them, providing you with long-term scaling after taking that initial negative hit. In this category, we've got the pure water, which reduces collision damage, which is irrelevant, but it gives us 1 health for every drink that we buy. This can be a decent source of health early on. We also have the rubber glove, which reduces our health recovery rate, but it gives us a chance to restore health when collecting coins. In Bizarre Brigade, I find that active healing is far superior to health regeneration, so it's not a big loss in my opinion. And then we've also got the useless key. We tank a 10% loss to our brigade damage, but from then on out, we're getting 3 luck every time we open a chest, which is pretty nice. Then the next category I'm going to refer to as the zero downsides items. These are items with downsides that are so minor that we can consider them to have no downsides at all. First up, we've got the weird beverage. This one also falls into the permanent upgrade category as well, but it also has no downside, so it's pretty damn good. It gives you 3 brigade attack speed every time you buy a drink, at the cost of a lowered drink spawn rate. And if I'm to be honest with you, I've never felt the effects of this at all. Drinks just don't become any rarer to any measurable degree, so we're fine to pick it up. Next up, we have the Shoddy Fridge Magnet, which gives us 2 range damage and 30 pickup range at the cost of our companions not grouping up on top of us. It makes melee launches a little bit worse, but honestly, with how we play the game, this is really no big deal. And then lastly, we've got the Warm Coffee, which gives us a massive 12 attack speed at the cost of just 3 collision damage. That's an easy trade if I ever saw one. And now for our last category of items. These ones I'll refer to as luck and income trade items. So these are items that provide a pretty good bonus, but at the cost of either luck or income, which thankfully we've got a lot of since we play Nicole. So for these ones, I recommend getting them a little bit later on once you've built up a surplus of luck and income rather than early on. With Nicole, you want to be building your income and luck up through shop refreshes in order to generate that income early on. Once you're running a surplus, then these items will be worth picking up. The first one is the malfunctioning tape. This makes us lose 10 income, but we gain 1% damage for every positive income that we have. This is one of those items that you want to be picking up later on once you've got a surplus of income, as it will make you lose damage otherwise. If you can afford to pick up more than one of these, then you end up with a big boost to your personal damage. Next is the see-through eye mask. These make us lose some treasure detection and luck, but we deal 20% of our treasure detection value to all enemies whenever we open a chest. I really like this on all of my characters, as I do tend to play around the chest mechanic, but you do need to get enough treasure detection in order to make it worthwhile. And then lastly, we've got Barren Grassland, which gives us a huge 8% dodge at the cost of 14 luck. I think that this is a really worthwhile trade, as luck is really plentiful with Nicole. And so that's it, guys. Hopefully this is enough to move you guys in the right direction, but remember, if all else fails, just get a chef's hat.
They're here. Survived. They're here. Survived.
Personalities.
They're here. Survived.
Wow, this is epic!
They're here. They're here. Survived. The darkness unfolds. Victory.